So today I wanted to talk about how you start taking control of your own health. I'm an old lady, and so I remember the days of your primary care physician kind of facilitating everything. They might send you out to doctors or specialists, and then they'd coordinate and get the results and call you back in and let you know where you should go from there. And in the last couple decades, that just hasn't been the case. So, probably about 10 years ago, I had one of the best primary care physicians I've ever had. She was my age. She, yeah, I mean, I was just kind of the big thing. So, she understood firsthand, like, what I was going through and the changes that were happening in my body. And we had such a trusting relationship that, much like doctors of old, like when I was a little girl, if I called her and said, "Hey, I've got a UTI," she would call me in a prescription, and I didn't do it very often, but she wouldn't make me go down because she knew that I knew what that was. And honestly, I think her moving away was the beginning of my health really failing. Now, I want to own the fact that I didn't have fantastic health. I wasn't regular about going to the doctor. And because of being a single mom and always having to work and being concerned about money and the cost of copays, and the cost of losing time from work, I just learned to work through a lot of things. And let me be clear, I'm paying the price now. My body is a mess, and there's a lot of components of fibromyalgia that are really beyond my control, but there's a lot of other components that are where they are because of my neglect. I have been conditioned throughout my life to disengage from my intuition. So many times I would feel or have just this impression that something was wrong, and then somebody would tell me I was crazy, and then I'd find out through going to the doctors that I was right. And one of the things I'm doing in my healing journey now is learning to lean back into my own intuition. Truly knowing your own body and not letting anybody tell you that you're hallucinating or that you don't know what's going on with your body when you know something's not in alignment, not where it should be. Um, you have to learn to trust yourself about those things, even though doctors will tell you you're crazy. The harsh reality is that there's no quick fix. You're going to go to doctors that are going to be the wrong fit for you. I just noticed the little horn going out of my head. You're going to go to doctors who dismiss you, who don't listen to you, who just want to throw drugs at you. And you just have to prioritize your own worth and your own value, that you deserve better than that. I want to try to remember to remind you, while we're just still getting to know one another, that when I talk about healing, I'm not talking about a final outcome. I'm talking about a lifelong journey that works to make us be better than we were the day before. That being better should be spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. And so healing is just about the steps and continuing the journey and pushing yourself through. If I'm being completely honest, I hated the trial and error and didn't want to do it, and that's part of why I avoided doctors myself. And I can't avoid it. I just now have to play it a lot more condensed as I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Starting to take control of your own health means just starting somewhere, and that could be making an appointment with a doctor. It could be researching primary care physicians. It could be reaching out to 10 of your friends and asking if they have a recommendation for doctors for you. Just starting to do the research and the groundwork for people that you could potentially work with. I believe in energy, and so I will never know if it's a right fit until I get to spend time with somebody. That's just me. But before I meet with somebody, I can, like I said, get recommendations from friends. I can know what my values are or what outcomes I want and prepare questions to ask that provider. Remember, they're working for you, even though it doesn't feel that way. You're paying them money, they're getting paid for a service. So interview them, ask them questions. If they are not willing to answer and to talk to you, they're not the right provider for you. Start committing daily to little changes that make your life better physically. Drink more water, get more sleep, exercise. All these things that none of us want to hear, they're real. You got to start making little changes. And that's where it starts. They're very simple things to accomplish, but for our human psyche, they are not easy. It's very challenging and difficult, and you're not alone. It is for me. I'm still going through it. That's where I'm hoping you'll find some support and value in this community and in watching the videos that I'm going to make and in the things that I have to share. Natural medicine is something entirely different than Western medicine. And it's about bringing your body into alignment, all the systems in your body into alignment with one another, and bringing your body back to a state of just rest. Um, and there's a lot of components that go into that. That's very complex to do. And that's how we heal. That's where we go. I'm gonna be really honest. I'm nervous. I'm just starting out. All these videos are feel really silly for me to be making them, but I really would appreciate your feedback. Good, bad, indifferent. Just loving constructive criticism would be much appreciated. Please follow, comment wherever. Just let me know what you think, what you'd like to hear. Um, yeah, thanks for watching. We're on a journey and you can heal yourself. And thanks for sharing your part of your journey with me. Love you.